What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here. We're about to graph this polynomial function. It's going to be awesome. I think I might say that a lot because it's always awesome. All right, let's go. Let's get after it. First things first here. I've got three factors. I can get my zeros or my x-intercepts from those factors if I set them equal to 0. So if I set x plus 3 equal to 0, I'm going to get x equals negative 3. I can plot that on my x-axis. Boom, there it is at negative 3. If I take 2x plus 1 and I set that equal to 0, I'm going to get negative 1 divided by 2. I'm going to get x equals negative 1/2. That would be another one of my x-intercepts. Next up, if I take that x minus 5 and I set it equal to 0, I'm going to get x equals positive 5. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. All right, so there's my three x-intercepts. Now, it helps to know a little bit about polynomials and their general shapes. This is a cubic polynomial. How did I know that? There's three x's, so x times x times x will give me x cubed. So the shapes of these cubic polynomials will either be something like this or something like that. Now, the first one that I had there is a positive polynomial, and the second one that I had there would be a negative leading coefficient. Well, since all of my x's are positive in this, I'm going to have a positive leading coefficient in the end. It'll actually be 2x cubed if you were to multiply it all out. More on that later. So I know it's going to be that first one. So now I got to connect the dots, which can be kind of tricky for some, but we'll work on it. So I'm going to head up through the yellow point, come back down through the pink point, and then back up through the blue point right there. And now I've got this thing graphed with my three x-intercepts. Not too bad. Now, a question for you guys. Could we have found our y-intercept as well? I think so. Let's try it. To get my y-intercept, I would need to plug in 0 for x, right? Because then it's somewhere along the y-axis right here. So if I plug in 0 for x, I'm going to have just my single numbers right here, right? My constants in each one of those. Because the 0 is going to make the x go poof and go away. So I'd have 3 times 1 is 3, times negative 5 is going to be negative 15. So really what's happening on this graph here, let me actually move this away, y-intercept, 0, comma, negative 15. I'm going to be way the heck down here for my y-intercept. So my graph will actually look something like this. It'll be far more drastic than we initially anticipated here. Woo! Dang, that's pretty crazy. Not every question asks you for your y-intercept. Sometimes they just ask you to graph it with the 3 or 4 x-intercepts or whatever it might be. But in the event that you're asked for a y-intercept and to graph it, substitute in 0 and then evaluate. That's it. That's all I'm talking about. See you guys later.